Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jota to review today, so big thank you to my boy Abraham for allowing me to review this card because he's very, very expensive. I believe he's like 450k right now, which I gotta be honest with you guys, is really, really up there in price in regards to quality and game and whatnot, but is he gonna be a good card? I do think he will be good. I'm gonna unlock this card slowly on my main account because obviously he's Portuguese, and I think that there is no expiry date, so obviously if he had a date where he did expire, then it would be a huge issue. But because he doesn't, the variable of him costing 450k doesn't seem as bad, because then you trade up for you basically save up for your untradables and then you trade towards a card as you play the game. If he had a time limit on him, that would have been a problem for me. But because he doesn't, 450k doesn't seem as bad, if that makes any sense, right? So, with this card, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a card that is 5'10", high work rates, 4-star skill moves, and 5-star weak foot. So, right off the bat, I think he's going to make an amazing player on the sides. I think that because of that 5-star weak foot, having him in the left attacking mid position in a nice little 4-2-3-1 would be a really, really nice option to have if he has the right traits. So, with this card's specifics, we have 98 acceleration with 88 sprint speed, 93 attacking positioning. He has 88 finishing, 93 shot power. So his shooting stats are pretty decent in regards to giving him a specific chemistry style in the future. He has 94 composure, which is obviously brilliant. His short passing and long passing is actually quite decent in the cam position as well. And his dribbling stats from base card stats are already really good. So you don't necessarily have to give him that dribbling boost, which is very, very important for this card, right? In regards to his physical, he has 80 strength. Considering the fact that he is 5'10", with the 80 strength is also another nice thing to have. 96 aggression with high work rates, 90 stamina will be a very nice thing to have for a balance in regards to the player pushing up and coming back in defense. So a lot of really, really good stuff about this card. Again, I don't think it's worth 450k coins price-wise, but again, if he's there and he doesn't expire and you're slowly trading towards him, that's another thing, right? So because you mostly try to do the menu stuff to collect untradeable cards so that you can put them towards the SBC, you know, the bronze pack method or whatnot. It'll take long, but you get to that point eventually as you play the game, right? So in regards to chemistry style, guys, I'm not entirely too sure what I would give the card yet. My initial thoughts was the Hawk chemistry style, but I want to see what people on Footbin decided to give him, because I'm actually very, very curious to see what people actually gave him. 438k now. People have decided to give him a Deadeye chemistry style. Okay. So a Deadeye chemistry style would be improving his shooting abilities as well as his passing abilities. I personally think that would be wasteful, because the passing man, you know, in my opinion, if you pass well enough, the players are not really going to make that many really poor passes. Not unless you play with a card like Thuram's Bundesliga objective card, where his passing stats are not that high up there. But with Jota, I think 80 long passing and 85 short passing is good enough. So the second one would be the Hawk. Okay, so people decided to give him the Hawk as well. With the Hawk, guys, the reason why I was considering this one was because take a look at the stat increases you're getting on this card for certain reasons, right? So a +1 for acceleration, not significant, but the +5 for sprint speed is to allow him to play on the sides really nicely. But it's the finishing stat increase that you get that's also really nice in regards to 99 shot power and 93 finishing with 94 composure and a 5-star weak foot. Lot of very important things to consider. That 99 shot power, when his finishing is already really good, is going to be hugely beneficial for this card, right? And then obviously you give him a physical stat increase as well. If he was like 5'8" in game and you give him the physical stat increase, not really that significant, but because his physical stats are drastically improved for certain areas and he is 5'10", I think it's going to be a huge improvement on the card. So in regards to how this card is going to perform in game, I personally think he's going to play really well. Base card stats of attacking is good, right? Yes, so his attacking position is at a 93, and then with any of the chemistry styles, you would basically make it a 99. So I am going to slap a Hawk on him right away, because the important thing that we want to try out with this card is whether or not his dribbling is going to be responsive enough. That's going to be the big thing to take a look at with this card. I do think it will be responsive enough. So like I said, his dribbling stats, base card stats wise, look really good. It's about being able to compensate for the dribbling no matter what the gameplay is going to be, right? So that's going to be the important thing here. I think he's going to be able to play in any of the attacking positions. I think where I want to start him off at first is going to be in the cam position, but then we're going to rotate him to the sides as well to see how he plays in those positions too. So I'll show you guys the tactics that we will be using for this card. It's going to be the 4-2-3-1 with pressure on heavy touch, possession build-up, 4-2, and then in regards to everything else. Actually, let's start him off in the left cam position because he has stamina at 90. So I want to try him out there because that's going to be the biggest personal preference that I'm going to have for this card. And we're just going to tell him to come back in defense. That's pretty much it. We'll keep Jimenez on balance just in case he decides to push to the sides because I want to see if Diogo Jota transitions into the middle quickly from the left attacking mid position into the middle. So we'll see how he works with that. Yeah, we're going to get into a game, see how he plays. I'm excited to use this card because he's obviously going to be better than Gonzalo Guedes' card. So I'm pretty excited about that. This should be an interesting team to try him out in, to be honest. I think the way that I'm going to be doing it, guys, is I'm going to be trying him out as a regular thing in the first half. Depending on how the situation of the game goes, then we'll look at the specifics with the card. But I do want to see how he moves in general, right? Yeah, this card's definitely going to play off my dribbles for sure. You can kind of already tell that he's doing the cut inside part of the card as well, which is perfect. Aggressive in that situation. I start to occupy his position. He starts to go into the middle here. Perfect. So let's see what he does when the game doesn't want to pass the ball to the regular person there. I do think he's going to be one of those cut inside type cams, which is going to be obviously brilliant because those are that's the type of characteristic I personally like to have for my cams. So we'll see what's up with that. Yeah, he's playing off of like the other players in the team, which is great. He doesn't overcommit there because the other player was already doing that. See? Starts to run, understands he's going to be in an offside position, stops his run. Starts to transition into the middle right there, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want him to do. I need that to happen consistently, right? So just the fact that he already starts doing that quickly is really, really nice. Defensive play with him right there was really nice, to be honest. His high work rate's obviously very noticeable in that situation where when I started to overcommit with Alexandro, he started to occupy his position really quickly. There you go. Starts to cut inside quickly right there. Try a 5-star weak foot strike from there. Pretty decent with the pressure that he had from there. Obviously, those are low percentage shots because he doesn't have the FIFA angle to score those opportunities, right? I'm liking the card so far on the sides. He seems incredibly usable there, in all fairness. See how he commits here on the cross. He does go inside the 18-yard box, the cut inside type of go inside, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and switch that right now. We'll switch Lozano off to the middle because I feel like I personally like Lozano more in the middle. Actually, no, because we're trying... Well, no, we have to actually switch that because Jota's going to play in the middle now. Yeah, he seems really good so far. The good thing about this card is that he's actually a left forward. So if I were to get him in my team, he would link up with Ricardo Pereira, and then I can put Bernardo Silva on the other side, which would be really like good for my situation. So yeah, let's go see how he plays in the cam position. I don't know why, but I feel like he's going to play that position better. Let's see how he moves around the pitch right here. Sticks to the side a little bit right there. Always moving, offering support constantly. He's moving with the play kind of nicely. Let's see what he does over here. Aggressive attack. Sticks to that position. Okay. Yeah, so he seems like he's one of those guys that likes to go to the side in the cam position, which, again, isn't necessarily always ideal. Bernardo Silva... I always compare it to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva in the cam spot, he just works so nicely because of the way he positions himself. You can see that Jota is more to the side than he is in the middle for the cam spot. Even right here, right? Every time he attacks with his attacking positioning, it's basically showing me that, like, hey, I want to be used as a striker or as a left or right attacking mid. Because of that characteristic that he has, it's very noticeable. Let's try a shot from that angle right there. Hits the crossbar. If we put less power into that strike, 99 shot power, 93 finishing, very, very noticeable for that situation. So I can tell you this right now. I personally don't really like him in the cam spot. I would love to use Bernardo Silva there. What I'm actually going to try right now, because I think in my regular team I use Ryan Kent off to the left side, and then I use Bernardo Silva in the middle. I want to use Jota on the right side now with Lozano chilling on the left. Because of him being right-footed with the 5-star weak foot, he actually might be better in that position. Now, what I actually have to check out with this card, because I forgot to do so, was his traits, and he has the solid player trait and speed dribbler, so nothing too significant with the card. Great defensive play with him right there. Those high work rates really, really noticeable in the defensive area when the fullback is not properly positioned. It's pretty sick. I will say that his off-the-ball movement is not exactly what I prefer in the left attacking mid or right attacking position, because he seems like a hybrid between sticking to his position but also making that transitioning run the inside. Which I prefer they do it more often than not, right? But it's definitely something you can work with in a team once you have the right instructions and tactics on. There we go. Nice little goal right there with Elyounoussi. As you guys can see right there, that little thing that he does where he consistently cuts inside, super, super helpful thing to have to score opportunities. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you right now, okay? He feels like Diogo Jota's card right now specifically feels like he's meant to be played as a striker. And it makes sense because his card is initially a left forward, right? I just like the way that he's moving around the pitch with his high work rates, the 5-star weak foot and stuff, because the way that he moves in the sides is, like I said, it's like a hybrid between cutting inside and not cutting inside, but I like them to consistently cut inside, right? Like Elyounoussi right there. And in the review, when I reviewed that card, I was saying the exact same thing, that in any of the attacking positions, he's going to definitely do that for you. I didn't feel like Diogo Jota was doing that often, so... But in the striker position with those high work rates, it's working out nicely. It's definitely fitting my playstyle because he's going to be better to have than Osimhen, and that's for sure. Super aggressive right there, but opens up the space for the rest of the team as well, right? Like, stuff like that is awesome to have. Yeah, guys, so this is going to be one of those reviews where I have to play a second game with him because he still felt really strange with the Hawk chemistry style. So we're going to go ahead and switch him to the Sniper chemistry style, basically make his dribbling perfect with essentially perfect finishing, and 93 shot power with a 5-star weak foot should be incredibly beneficial. So we are going to start him off in the striker position. We're going to go ahead and take out Jimenez and then put Elyounoussi on the pitch. There we go. Good positioning by Jota to get into the position to score that opportunity. And we do get a rage quit out of it. Alright guys, so final verdict on Jota's card. He's pretty good. It's just that he's nowhere near worth 438k. In regards to in-game value of positioning, off-the-ball movement, and all that kind of jazz, I personally think that he's probably worth like 200k, and I'm not even over-exaggerating that. In-game, I felt like when I gave him the Hawk chemistry style, and again, gameplay does play a part, but gameplay is always like this during the daytime, so you have to compensate regardless, right? I felt like his dribbling wasn't responsive enough. Now, that could have been because of the fact that his height probably affected it a little bit. When I gave him the Sniper chemistry style, and I started playing him through the middle, I felt like he was playing significantly better because those high work rates with that attacking positioning that he has, he aggressively pushed forward when I needed him to open up space for myself. Now, there were moments where he was aggressively pushing to the sides where I didn't want him to, but that's something that I would have to adjust my tactics to with my other 3 chems to make that a super usable thing in my team, right? I thought that in the left, right, and center attacking positions, he played okay. He does feel like a hybrid between a cut inside and stick to position type of left cam and right cam, and I feel like he'd do the same in the left mid or right mid positions as well. But his high work rates were incredibly noticeable in the defensive area when I told him to come back on defense when my fullbacks overcommitted a little bit too much. So it's a very strange card. Like I said, I don't think it's worth 438k. I do have a lot of favoritism in regards to Portuguese player, but I will still tell you guys as it is, I don't think he's actually that great in game. He feels a little bit just, he feels above usable, if that makes any sense. I would love to have this card in my striker position because he'd still play better than Ozyman up there for sure, because that sniper chemistry style on him was a huge noticeable difference, especially with the way I want my other 3 attacking mids to play. So if you guys want to use him as a striker with a sniper chemistry style, I would definitely recommend it in that way. But other than that, the card is not that crazy. If you guys are going to unlock the card through the bronze pack method and you're putting untradables into it, and then you maybe have to pay like 100k for the rest of it, then he'll be a really fun card to get, especially with the link-ups with Jimenez. But other than that, way too expensive for the value that he offers in-game, in my opinion. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.